Hello everyone. Welcome to Daily English Practice. English Stories for Beginners. The Adventure of Pinocchio. The Birth of a Magical Piano. In the peaceful town of Melodia, where music floated in the air like the scent of fresh bread, an old musician named Maestro Giuseppe lived in a small workshop. He had spent his life building musical instruments, but he longed to create something truly special, an instrument that could play the most beautiful melodies ever heard. One day, while walking through the enchanted whispering woods, he discovered a strange piece of wood that hummed when touched. Curious, he brought it home and carved it into a grand piano. The moment he pressed the first key, something magical happened. The piano trembled, its lid lifted like a mouth, and it suddenly grew arms and legs. "Whoa!" gasped Giuseppe, stepping back. The piano yawned and blinked its round, black eyes. "Where am I?" it asked in a musical voice. Giuseppe could hardly believe it. You can talk." "Of course. And I think my name is Pinocchio," the piano declared, wiggling its wooden fingers over its keys. Giuseppe was overjoyed. "Then, Pinocchio, you must learn to play music better than anyone else." Pinocchio grinned, eager to learn, but when he tried to play, his notes were jumbled, and his rhythm was all wrong. "Oh no! I thought I was a piano. Why can't I play music properly?" Giuseppe smiled. Music is not just about pressing keys. It is a journey of practice, patience, and heart. If you truly want to be great, you must go on a quest to find the symphony of stars, the most beautiful melody in the world. Only then will you become a true musician. Excited, Pinocchio set off on his grand adventure, eager to discover the lost melody and prove himself as a real pianist. Meeting the mysterious metronome. Pinocchio traveled far and wide until he reached a strange land called Tempo Town, where the streets ticked like a clock. In the center of the town stood an ancient, grumpy-looking metronome named Tick-Tock. "Who dares disturb my perfect timing?" Tick-Tock groaned, his needle swinging back and forth. "I am Pinocchio. I want to learn the symphony of stars," he declared. Tick-Tock squinted at him. "Music is all about rhythm. Without timing, you're just making noise." He made Pinocchio practice for hours, tapping his wooden fingers in time with the beat. Pinocchio was frustrated at first. He wanted to play freely, not be stuck counting beats. But as time passed, he started to feel the rhythm in his heart. Finally, Tick-Tock smiled. "Now you understand. Take this golden note, it will help you on your journey." Pinocchio thanked him and continued on his way. The Silent Violin's Sorrow. After days of traveling, Pinocchio entered Echo Forest, where he found a beautiful violin named Bella. But something was wrong. Bella did not play any music. "Why do you look so sad?" Pinocchio asked. Bella sighed. "I lost my voice long ago. No matter how hard I try, I cannot play a single note." Pinocchio thought for a moment. Music is not just about sound, it's about feeling. He gently placed his wooden fingers on her strings and played a soft, heartfelt tune. Bella's strings began to glow, and suddenly, she could play again. Her melody filled the forest, and for the first time in years, she smiled. "You reminded me that music comes from the heart," Bella said. She gave him a silver note and whispered, "This will lead you to the symphony of stars." With gratitude, Pinocchio continued his journey. The final test on Echo Mountain. After crossing rivers and valleys, Pinocchio finally arrived at Echo Mountain, where the lost symphony of stars was hidden. At the peak, A majestic organ named Maestro Vox guarded the melody. "You have come far, little piano," Maestro Vox boomed. "But to unlock the symphony, you must prove yourself." A magical sheet of music appeared before Pinocchio. The notes shimmered like stars, but they kept changing. He had to feel the music, not just play it. He took a deep breath and placed his fingers on his keys. He closed his eyes and listened, not with his ears, but with his heart. As he played, the golden note from Tick-Tock and the silver note from Bella began to glow. Suddenly, the entire sky lit up with twinkling stars, and the lost symphony of stars filled the air. The world listened in awe. Maestro Vox nodded. "You have passed the test. You are now a true musician." The legend of Pinocchio. Pinocchio returned home, where Maestro Giuseppe embraced him with pride. "You did it, my son." From that day forward, Pinocchio's music spread across the land, filling every heart with joy. He had learned that music was not about being perfect, it was about rhythm, emotion, and soul. And so, the legend of Pinocchio, the magical piano, lived on forever. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel for more stories.